Spin-offs. Spin-offs are my bread and butter, dude. I love me some spin-off shows and movies. Oh man, the classics like Planes, the spin-offs to Cars, or Young Sheldon, the hit spin-off to Big Bang Theory. God, it's such a classic. Or even Puss in Boots. Okay, that one's actually good. Like, no jokes there. That's a pretty good movie. But there's something about spin-offs that are just fascinating. When you take a hit property and you just circumcise the fan favorite character in that property and just give them their own little thing. Sheen and Jimmy Neutron, absolutely hilarious character, but then he got a spin-off show, Planet Sheen, and it stunk. It's not good.
Skateboards rock, shoes like feetsies. You are watching Planet Sheensies.
Okay, it's not called Planet Sheensies.
See, spin-offs can be hit or miss. Usually just taking the comedic character and giving them their own movie isn't really a good idea. Comedic characters are good in the context of an actual plot with grounded characters. But hey dude, that means jack all to money. It honestly seems like almost anything could get a spin-off. Literally anything. That one guy that owned a car wash in Breaking Bad, yeah, he has a spin-off coming up. That one guy that delivered Postmates on the set of Avengers Endgame, he's getting his own spin-off. It's gonna be really good. I can't wait for that one. But what has to be the greatest spin-off of all time has to be the one that spawned from Emperor's New Groove, the ultimate spin-off, starring Joe Swanson, my dude, my guy, Joe Swanson himself, Kronk's New Groove. Crazy, I know, you weren't expecting this. Kronk's New Groove is a 2005 Newgrounds animation that went straight to DVD and into my 6-year-old brain. Kronk's New Groove is one of those Disney movies that is like, okay, let me rip the band-aid off. It's not good. This movie isn't really a movie. It's more or less 3 episodes of a mini-series stringed together with musical numbers that are barely memorable. Now you see, I adore Emperor's New Groove. Like, that movie is the main reason I have a soul, the main reason I have any heart. It's a perfect story that stays underrated. And the best part about that movie was Kronk. So obviously he would get his own movie. I guess that's how it works. But like I said, this movie is just filled with musical numbers to increase the runtime. But don't worry, y'all. I'm a natural Anthony Fanta Soda. I'm perfect for critiquing music. We just gotta set the mood. How do I do it? Okay, I got it. Kronk, yo, pull that lever with the melon on it. Wait, no, that's the wrong lever.
Whoa, what the? How did I get here? Oh well, now that I've officially taken over as head chef of the SS 24 Frames of Nick's Diner DoorDash Dine Dinner Hut, let's talk about Kronk's New Groove. I hope I don't regret this, like every other life choice I've ever made. So with Kronk's New Groove, one notable thing is the increased emphasis on musical numbers, by which I mean there's 2 this time instead of 1. So let's take a look at them. Are they actually good? Well, the opening isn't half bad. First off, it's so nice to see our boy Kronk landed on his feet. He's just so lovable and didn't deserve a life as Yzma's henchman / implied lover. Seriously, watch the scene in the first movie where Kuzco awkwardly asks Yzma how old Kronk is. It's just like...
He's what, in his late 20s?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
But now Kronk is serving up smiles at the diner from the first movie, which is an awesome direction to take his character. He's so good at it and everyone in the village appreciates him for it. The song delivers that idea nicely and honestly kind of got me excited to see this new adventure starring the big guy. It's catchy and the visuals are energetic, which, by the way, thank God the visuals aren't that much of a notable drop from the first movie. If I ever had to sit through Hunchback 2, my eyeballs would disintegrate, but this movie looks pretty alright. And yeah, this is a nice, catchy opening song. Feeling a decent to strong 7 on this one. Okay, so Yzma's song in the movie. You know, that cut song from the first movie was awesome. Snuff Out the Light was so dramatic, engaging, and well sung. I really hope this movie gives Yzma a great song as well. They didn't do that. This song is really bad. Like a Million is just no. They really wasted Eartha Kitt's singing abilities in 2 movies now, huh? The lyrics are all over the place. The tempo is impossible to follow. It gets interrupted over and over. Eartha Kitt is rarely given a chance to show her incredible range. They reference one of the worst songs in Disney history that didn't even exist yet, so I don't know how they managed to reference it, but they did.
You don't even own a fixer-upper.
I guess the ending has some fun visuals, and I like the way Yzma says plastic tupper. But honestly, this song is just a mess. Plus, this is Yzma's big plan in the movie, selling a fake youth potion to get gold. Her motivation is gold? Not even murder, just gold? That's Radcliffe's motivation. How did you turn Yzma into Radcliffe? Why did you do this. This second section is genuinely one of the most boringest things I ever did sit through. And I sat through Darkest Hour and Shrek the Third, so like that's really saying something. See, when the first movie ended with Kronk leading a troop of Squirrel Scouts, that was cute. You feel me? Nice ending. I didn't need to see that shit actually play out. Camp related stuff is just really boring to me in any movie or show. And on top of that, this segment doesn't have a Yzma or a Pacha or anyone fun for Kronk to play off of. He just has this on again, off again relationship with his rival camp counselor that goes from heated, hate-filled rivalry to true love on a whim. It brings the movie to a screeching halt because there's pretty much nothing funny going on. It's just predictable melodrama, and if there were ever two words that I would enter into a least applicable word to describe the Emperor's New Groove contest, predictable and melodrama would be in my top 5.
Okay, get out of here, Safarilla Tano. That's enough music. Now it's time for the real stuff. The story, which, Kronk's New Groove doesn't really have. So like Farilla said, there are sections to this movie. The Yzma, the camp, and the dad poppy part. Weirdly enough, I don't remember the dad section of this movie whatsoever. Like, I know I've seen the camp part a crapload as a kid, and I feverishly, dreamlessly remember Yzma coming back, but this swag dad? Nah, this is some Mandela effect. I have no idea who this is. So if we're grading each of these sections of this movie, I'd say Yzma coming back is great. All the others can just straight up kick the bucket in my opinion. This part of the movie actually has a very slight story, and bang for your DVD dollar. It involves Yzma coming back once again and tricking Kronk into following her orders. Now you see, Kronk has been popping off in his town. Everyone loves him, everyone adores him. He's that big gullible lug that everyone just wants to hug. But Yzma comes back to wreck those vibes. Now his big vibes are with these old folks. He cares for them and treats them well. Yzma sees this and wants to ruin all of that. She sees his good soul as a way to sell an age-reducing potion, a way to make them young again. Air quote, it's not actually gonna do sh. Kronk being that vibey, gullible lug just goes along with it until he realizes that they're all being scammed. Scammed so hard, this old man shows off his leathery weenie to everybody. Ugh, it's gross. But don't worry, Kronk fights back and Yzma literally fucking dies to an eagle. Everything ends on a good note. Aw, what a cute ending to this episode. I mean, chapter to this movie. What? This leads into a flashback of camp. Some camp that Kronk worked at. This is where the movie is now. At this camp, we get a bunch of kids, a girl that Kronk likes, and a squirrel. This entire section is more or less just a hangout part, a hangout between kids and camp instructors and squirrel. The biggest plot points are about eggs and bridges. Wow, so amazing. I'm being too harsh though, because as a kid, I actually really enjoyed this part. I mean, of course, my big brain self nowadays notices that the Yzma part is the more actual story part, but as a kid, I just like camp part. I don't know why. It made me want to go to camp, even though I never went to camp. I just wanted to go to camp, dude. Why couldn't I have gone to camp? These dudes all done dance to some pop songs. How amazing. 10 out of 10, I love this movie. The final section is Kronk seeing his dad, and he has John Goodman from the first movie act like his family to impress him. You've seen this kind of story 1,000 times on Disney Channel show episodes. There's nothing to even talk about here except the fact that the dad is literally Danny DeVito. Like, imagine Danny DeVito with a super shredded bod. That's him, and that's that's it for the movie. There isn't really anything here. The only parts I'd say that are worth it are the family-friendly humor for kids. That's honestly the reason I was allowed to watch it a billion times as a kid, but everything else is kind of worthless. Which is crazy because as far as direct-to-DVD movies go, this is one of the most popular. I'd say it's actually the most popular, but it begs me the question to ask why. What aspects about it do people remember being so crazy that everyone had to flock to watch it? This is weirdly the most popular DVD movie, yet the most forgettable. When's the last time anyone's even watched this movie? God knows. It's just under the rug for now on. The only good parts are like that incredibly terrible deep-fried Kronk memes from years back. Because if anything, even if this movie has literally zero plot that ties in for the entire movie, it has Kronk. It has the golden character that even called for this spin-off in the first place. Every second of Kronk on screen is absolutely golden. He truly is funny. Part of that reason is mostly because of the fact that Joe Swanson himself came back to voice act. Actually, all the original voice actors came back to voice act for this movie, which is the only time any voice actors have done that for a DVD animated Disney movie. It's crazy. It sets this movie apart from all of the others, and yet it feels wasted. It feels wasted on a movie without a story. If it wasn't wasn't for the lighthearted comedy, I'd burn this movie in an instant. I mean, come on. The Emperor's New Groove is such an incredible story about friendship, loyalty, and being true to yourself and others. This has none of those feelings or lessons. This has no heart or passion. Kronk's New Groove, more like bored, new, booed. Yeah, that's right. Take that. It just makes me sad, honestly, going from such an incredibly underrated story to this trash. At least Kronk is cool, I guess. At least Kronk is a hot bro. At least we have Kronk to worship and love forever and ever. Because it's not about what movie Kronk is in, it's about where our heart is with Kronk. I love you, Kronk.